Hi, I'm Aaron with Beds by George. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Dream Series bed from Beds by George. Now many people say, why do you have so many different types of beds or so many different series of beds? And the answer is very, very simple. No two special needs kids are created the same. They need different things, which is why we have so many different types of beds. As a matter of fact, in the marketplace, we have the most options of bed types available. But all of the safety beds have to satisfy some basic things. And let me go through those real quick with you. All safety beds have to have a level of fall protection and sometimes climbing protection, depending on the individual, depending on the bed. The FDA has defined 7 zones of entrapment and entanglement that references the gap around the mattress so that they can't burrow or get stuck. There has to be a 360-degree unbroken perimeter. There's gap standards, there's manufacturing rules and things like that we have to satisfy. And I'm just happy to say that Beds by George, all of our beds, meet or exceed all of those standards to be a safety bed. And by the way, another common question is this really a medical product? And I can assure you it is. The FDA governs the products that we make. They look over our shoulder. This is a medical product. There is Medicaid coding for this product, which means that many insurance companies will in fact cover it. But let's talk about the beds. So as I've already indicated, we have different series of beds. The beds behind me are the Dream Series. And represented here are the 2 basic types of Dream Series beds, the standard side and the high side. And the first obvious difference is, of course, the doors. So on the standard side, we have a single door that swings down, and it is roughly 20 inches above the mattress of safety height. The way it operates is you get to the middle of the bed, grab our handles, and you're going to lift up about 1/2 inch. And then by pulling it forward, the door just swings down, and it will end up laying up against the side rail. To close, one hand, I just swing it back up, and by lifting up and in, it's latched. It's kind of a self-latching system, but the individual in the bed is not able to operate it. In contrast, we have the high side bed. Now this door is 2 doors in a bifold system. It's hinged in the middle. It's 32 inches above the mattress, and the way I operate this is I disengage the latch manually, and then I grab the handles, and by pulling out and down, I can open this door very easily with one hand. And then I let it hang straight down, leaving one hand free to help care for my loved one in the bed. To close, I simply grab the handle and reverse the process. I'm literally using 2 fingers to close this door. Once it's fully closed, I engage the latch on the side. So as you can see, 2 very different operating systems, 2 very different doors, different heights for different levels of safety. In addition, we can add mesh safety enclosures to the top to keep someone from climbing up and out. And let me talk very quickly about operation. Any safety product that is difficult to use is not going to be used correctly. I don't care what it is. So it's very, very important that the safety bed that you select is something that you can operate. And keep in mind, if we use the high side as an example, there's a reason that you needed 32 inches of safety. So you need to be able to operate this and get it open and get it closed back to 32 inches of safety as easily and as quickly as possible. If you have to do a lot of extra motions or a lot of extra engagements, or it takes multiple things to open the door, the chances are the caregivers are going to do that correctly every time. If you're able to only do it part way, you're not providing that level of safety that you needed for your loved one. So it's very important that you identify which type of operating system is going to work the best in your home. Talking about more features with the Dream Series bed, let's talk about the materials. All Dream Series beds are made from solid wood. There's no plywoods, there's no veneers, there's no plastic edging of any kind that can come loose. It is a lower chemical environment than many other products on the market because it is solid wood. And when I say solid wood, I mean it is solid planks of wood. It comes in two different woods, speaking of that, oak and maple. With those two woods selected, then you have a number of different stain or paint options. If you consider the solid oak corner posts or solid maple corner posts, these are massive beams which create a huge solid foundation for that bed for long lasting and durability. We know that there's a lot of strain put on these, and it's important to have a very, very strong foundation. The construction technique is called stile and rail for our doors, and that allows for expansion and contraction. And don't take my word for it. There's furniture that was made 200 years ago using that same style that is still around today. It is incredibly durable. It is an incredibly excellent engineering design. Some other features about the Dream Series that I want to point out is you'll notice very quickly on the door there are 3 panels per door, but they're not all the same. So we have a raised solid panel, we have an airflow panel, and we have a clear view panel. The clear view is very easy to understand. You can see in, they can see out. Airflow is to allow exactly what it says, air to flow in and out for temperature regulation. The raised panel is a little less obvious, but it is designed to reduce sensory input. Keep in mind, this is a bed. We want to reduce the light and the sound and the noise and the breezes to help that individual relax and go to sleep. But the cool thing about the Dream Series bed from Beds by George is you can mix and match these in any configuration that you want. So if you'll notice this door, I have one of each. But on this door, I don't. I have clear, airflow, clear. You can do it in any combination, in any configuration that you want. You can also add them to the headboard or to the footboard. You can add them to the back panel. If in a couple of months you need to change that panel because something changed, maybe you didn't think of something, that's fine. You can just order a replacement panel. You don't have to replace the entire door. You'll also notice on the Dream Series bed we have different shaped headboards. That is a no charge feature. We have accent carvings, a no charge feature. And there's other features that do cost a little bit more, like IV poles, like interior padding. We can also add a mesh safety enclosure to the top of these beds for the climbers so they can't come up over the side. There are a number of different clinical features of the Dream Series, a tremendous number of variations. With all the possible combinations, we estimate there's more than 40,000 possible combinations with all the features. And it is clinically designed to best meet the needs of your loved one. Is the Dream Series going to be right for you? Only you and your medical team can determine that. But that's why we have so many different options. Maybe the Dream Series is the correct for you. Maybe you should consider one of our other lines. Regardless, thank you for taking time to research this. I wish you the best on this journey. Look at our website. Look at our videos on YouTube. If we can be of assistance, please do not hesitate to contact us. We understand this is a difficult process, and we want to help you make the best possible choice to keep your loved ones safe. Thank you.